Hi everyone, this is Canny Couple. I'm Julia. My husband Aaron is behind me, and today we want to show you an update on our seed starting process. So if you're new to our channel, please make sure you hit the like button, and we would really appreciate if you subscribe. So as you can see, we have some seeds here popping out. And we've actually got a pretty decent germination rate. So all of these right here are tomatoes. These are Roma tomatoes. And these are ox heart and I want to say beefsteak or something else. There's two different types here. We've got a pretty decent germination rate. I would say about 60% of our seeds have germinated here, at least 50. Here we've had quite a bit more success. But I will say I did run into one issue. These things dried out really fast. I had to put water in them, and I was actually kind of surprised how much extra water I had to put into them. They did dry out so fast. And then if we come over here and move the light over, you see here we have quite a bit more. And Heinz always, those Heinz tomatoes always germinate better. I mean, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We always get a really good germination rate from them.
Production from them.
And then you see here is our fresh row broccoli. You can tell it did amazing. It's looking really, really good right now. And then something caused my light to go out down here. We'll have to look at that here in just a second. But all of these. So we had 20 little cubes, and out of the 20 cubes, they each came up. Now here is where we're going to teach you a little something. So as you can see here, we have green. You see green on your plastic. What that tells me is when I see this much green, it is time to actually get the plastic off. Anybody who says you do not need plastic, I can tell you I've done it both ways. The plastic is a necessity when it comes to seed starting. I mean, it really is. I've done it every single way you can imagine, and I could tell you now that plastic, it's kind of going in and out, but you kind of see that little bit of green underneath. We can move this one right here. See those peppers right there, how they're popping up? You don't get that kind of germination without it, especially for these plants that require more heat, because it definitely holds that heat in. So we're going to take that plastic off today, make sure everything's watered. As you can see, might not be able to tell the color, so I'm not as dark on my color, which tells me I'm not quite ready to water yet. So these are a little darker. These are about a medium size. I'm not ready to water yet, but tomorrow I will need to water. So I can tell by looking at the color of these when I actually need to water. The next thing I need to do is, as these seedlings start to pop through, I'm actually going to start rubbing my hands across them. And what this does, you want to be very gentle. You're not doing this very hard. You're just going to do this very gently. You're just going to go through and start getting those seedlings used to being in the wind. And I know that sounds very odd. It's very crazy. We actually got that from the TV. Homestead Rescue. His wife did that. And I will say I've had a lot of success. It makes sense to me, because if your seedlings aren't used to the wind, when you start to move them out, they're not going to be able to handle that wind from being outside. And I've done it ever since then, and I've had a lot of success. I've never had an issue with my seedlings breaking in the wind. So I just tend to go over them once a day. All you need, just once a day. You just take a rub your little seedling just a little bit, and make it a little stronger as it goes through. But I have to say, we're really happy this year. The broccoli has done super well. Like, we were not expecting this kind of germination on the broccoli. It did so amazingly well. But we're very happy. We feel like between a 50 to 60% success rate, depending on what you're growing. We're probably quite a bit over. I'll be able to get my exact numbers here whenever we're, in about another weekend of exactly how successful it was this year. I feel like we're on the right side of it. We're not behind. You can kind of see here, these are a little lighter. You can kind of tell those colors between the difference between the two. This one's a little darker brown. This one's kind of like an orangey brown. That tells me I'm watering tonight. That's what I'm looking for. If I see that little bit of orangey brown, I know I need to water tonight. So as always, please make sure you check out our link tree for our other content. And thank you for joining us on the Canny Couple, where we work hard, live simple, and enjoy life. Have a wonderful day.